All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started because we're pushing the clock.
Evan, hold on. Please hold, Evan. Did I get your questions? Please hold.
I know some of you guys are going to have some questions today. We're going to get right into what we're talking about and cover just a couple of brief, quick topics, and then move right along. The good news is I want to start off with obviously welcoming everybody here. Thank you for being here. Even people like Penny, when she's driving from meeting to meeting, she still faithfully chimes in every week. And Penny, I appreciate that so much. Love all you guys for how you check in and commit to coming and checking this out and hear what we have to say. But there's a lot going on, and I just want to bring you guys up to speed on a couple of things. So first of all, welcome everybody. If you're brand new to meeting leadership, oh, by the way, somebody needs to send Ruben a send out card and order one of those razors in it. Ruben, you got something growing. I'm not sure what happened, but something's happening on you. Okay. Just teasing with you, Ruben. You know that, but anyway, just joking around. But anyway, welcome everybody. Glad you're here. Your area directors, as always, I think most of you know who your area directors are now, but just in case you don't, Ray Amanata.
Oh boy.
Amanat. Ray, he's saying a song. Amana. Is that how you did it, Ray? I missed it. Anyway, you guys would have loved it. Ray has a jingle for his last name, so he can help us all know how to say it. So thank you, Ray. Maybe we'll have you sing to us later. We got Ray hanging out in St. Louis, doing a great job. We got Penny knocking it out of the park in Indianapolis. We've got Marianne down in Nashville. We're tearing it up in Nashville. I'll tell you, some stuff going on in Nashville. It's just fantastic. Matt Graham in Springfield. Surely to goodness, Springfield's unlocked. Surely to goodness. Any of you guys that know Missouri politics and can tell me how they're doing down in Springfield, I've reached out to Matt, and Matt says that they're still under lockdown. Surely to goodness, somewhere around Springfield's got to be open, but we got to get Matt back rocking and rolling down there. And then, of course, we got Jason Dean, and who we really know is the area director, Heather Dean, up in Ohio, doing a great job. All right, so guys, I want to jump right into this because some of you are going to have to leave early, and I didn't want you to miss a beat of this. How many of you, and I probably can't see all of you, but how many of you follow Evan Raufa on Facebook? You following him? You should. The rest of you should. Connie, Amy, Bill, all of us, Hannah, we should be following what Evan's doing because he's faithful to make a post on his Facebook group page every day. He's posting, he's getting active, he tags people, he takes the time and he's investing in it. So if you guys remember 2 weeks ago, I said, I asked Evan if he would be willing to share what he's doing to grow and develop with Linda, Lynette, and all the others up there in Michigan. We said, what are you doing? We want to hear from you. And so for the next, I asked Evan, I said, look, take 15 minutes. What you share with us, okay, is going to help every single one of us, me included. So I hope you've got a pen. I hope you've got paper. I hope you got something to write with. Get your remarkable tablet out, okay, because it is time to take notes. We're just going to learn. And I asked Evan this, and just so everybody knows, Evan was a little timid. He was a little bit like, I don't know, what do I have to offer everybody? Like, I'm just posting. But here's the truth. What Evan's doing, we all should be doing. And some of us need help with just the basics. Some of us need help with more advanced stuff. And so Evan's going to talk about what he's doing to help grow Michigan and social media. Evan, I'm muting myself. Unmute yourself, brother. The floor is yours. Have at it. And Evan, do you have anything you want to share? Do you want me to stop share screen so you can share yours?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I didn't think you were going to jump. I was going to jump in right away. So
no, right out of the gate, baby.
Okay. So, Brooke, did you get the questions I sent you?
I do. I have them right here.
Did you send them out to everybody?
What paste them in the chat?
Basically, I was going to use a poll, but I want to ask these questions. I'm going to ask them right here. So I want to thank you very much for allowing me to speak today because, when you're actually able to present, you actually learn, and I'm teaching people. So I'm learning a lot about what's been going on well for me and what I need to work on. And really what I want to do is I want to share my screen here. Okay, I first have to do this because I wasn't expecting it to go right away. Okay. Okay, cool. So basically what I want to do today is kind of give you some tips that I've been using for social media. And it's going to keep it simple and really understanding what we're doing. Problem with the scrolling. So what we're going to cover today really is going to be, I'm sharing my screen. All right, here we go. So what we're going to cover today is who am I and who are you? Growing your meeting with Facebook groups and LinkedIn pages. And really, this is more of an engagement, creating engagement and hashtags, scheduling consistency. And really what I want to do today is raise some questions for you, because the truth of the matter is, and I asked Brooke to ask these questions, if you can put them in the group page or answer yes or no. First thing, before I actually try to show you anything, I think you have to buy into the fact that you need to have a group page for yourself, for your business, and for your NTi meeting. So question number one, do you have social media page for your business, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Alignable? Yes or no? Put it in the chat, yes or no. And then, do you have a group page on Facebook for your business? Or, do you have a group page for your NTi meeting? Yes or no?
Okay, guys, we do want your participation. Okay, so Ruben, Ray, Hannah, we want everybody participating to really make this
is important, because the bottom line is I'm going to spend 15 minutes here, and if I show you, I'm not even going to show you that much, but the opportunity is to kind of get clear on why we need to do this. If you have a group page, do you post more than 2 times per week? Yes or no? Okay, and then the last one really for this purpose is, if you want some help with your social media group page, yes or no? In a later time, it's opportunity for us to have more trainings for this. And really, the opportunity really is for me to kind of help you engage with questions that will help you take action on this, because, I want to share with you this. Who am I? So most of you know me as a meeting leader, and this is there's a reason why I posted this picture. I'm a proud dad, and my 2 kids, Joshua and Valentine, we just got a puppy. And social media is kind of like high school. You want to be loved, you want to be liked. And sometimes you try to fight for content and you don't know what you're going to post. You don't post anything. And then you post something and you get some engagement, and all of a sudden, boom, you get excited. Then you post with 2 kids and you get your engagement raises about 50% to 60%. Then you add a puppy, and then you know what happens? It goes up 1,000%. So I need an excuse to put my kids in there now. And I'm also a health and fitness coach and consultant. And really, I'm looking for referrals in different areas. So that's another thing. But I am a meeting leader for Networking International. Who are you? I want to share this story with you because this is important. Lynette Slowinski invited me to NTi in November of 2018. And so when I was invited, I've been involved with different networking groups. And the opportunity was that she had a great presentation to invite me. We had a great place at Spoons. We had 15 people that were looking to engage in networking. It's the first time I'd gone there. When I went there was 6 people in the room that I had been associated with through other networking groups, and they were on my Facebook page or LinkedIn page. None of them, or they were connected to someone on my page, and none of them actually commented or liked or loved me on my Facebook page. But within 6 weeks, I had one of those as a client. After 7 weeks, I had another one, and they referred me to 2 other people. Now, the reason I bring that up is because I'm a member of NTi. They meet me in person, and this is the sticky wicket, right? I know some areas are closed, and Michigan were closed. But whether you're face-to-face, in person, or online, engaging through Zoom, you're getting that connection. I never would have gotten those clients without that face-to-face or in-person meeting or Zoom meeting. But they watched me in secret for a long time. And the thing is, we have a responsibility as NTi leaders to be able to provide an environment for our members. Because I'm a health fiction coach consultant, I actually take a stand for my clients. And now I became more active as a member, as a meeting leader, as a member, because with lockdown, I didn't need one-on-ones. When I took ownership of being a meeting leader, and we have a great group in Michigan, Lynette and Linda, and all of our members, we kind of help each other to get to grow each other's meetings. And the point is really, when I'm looking at as an NTi leader, it's not just what's exciting about having a group is that on Facebook or LinkedIn, before if you don't promote, you're promoting your members inside the meeting and you don't talk to them for another week. But now you have an opportunity to engage your members. Then you also have the opportunity to provoke members to do more things with each other. And you're also bringing value to members to people outside of your meetings to be able to promote NTi in your meeting. And another thing is great is it's really great is because the framework that Rich has put together, no meeting locations and no occupations limited. I'm actually selling you guys to come and speak to our meetings because you know what? We have great meeting people in our groups that want to have business from other people from other meetings. And so really, this is the reason we want to have a Facebook group and be active in this group. And so if you don't buy into this, whatever I talk about, it doesn't matter. But it does matter because the thing is, your members are screaming for more engagement and more opportunity. And that's really what I want to look at. So I'm going to ask this question: who are you, and how can you implement this? If you answer those questions before, that'll help you. So just keeping it simple, growing your Facebook group. I wanted to share this: why a Facebook group is better than any pages for Facebook pages. Groups allow for more engagement and focus in an environment for your audience, while business pages allow companies to broadcast their updates and new content. Groups allow the audiences more freedom in beginning, continuing, even driving discussion. How much are you driving discussion? When you meet, this is what I was thinking about the other day when Rich asked me to speak. You have a meeting and I see everybody posting, we're having a speaker. And then that's it. But if you're engaging the members throughout the week, you're engaging the members to promote one-on-ones, and you've asked the proper questions in your post. Like I'll show you, it engages more communication between members and also allows you to be able to engage the people that are not members. Because the group page I have, we have 175, 200 people in our group, right? I don't have 200 people in our Facebook meetings, but we're engaging with people outside with the questions we ask. And I've seen it. We've had people engage with members. Can I have a one-to-one? Can I talk to you? With what books we have. So these are things that allow you to drive traffic to your meetings and ideally building. So what questions are you asking? Ways to engage members, and really outsiders find value in NTi, and eventually they'll join your groups. And also, I'll reiterate it again. I think we have, to me, I feel I have a responsibility to my members to provide full access to whatever is available to them, to encourage them to do one-to-ones, and also teach them how to do better one-to-ones and show up prepared for their meetings to be engaged. So I want to share with you hashtags, why those are important for you to really utilize. Hashtags really promote, turn topics and phrases into clickable links in your posts or your personal timeline, page or groups. Helps people find posts about topics they're interested in to make hashtags to make the hashtags. Now, these are the hashtags that we utilize. Networking Today, business. Business has almost 15 million clickable links. Networking has 4 million clickable links. NTi Michigan has about 1,000. And Networking Today has I forgot, 2,000, I think, 3,000, probably more. And then Zoom has 4 million clickable links. So these are reasons why you want to use them and have engagement. When you actually go to my page, which I'm going to do next. So one of the things we have to do is, this is probably the end of the slide, and I'm just going to go through my Facebook page, and that'll be it today. But really being able to plan content, schedule content, and book, I'll show you some of the posts on my Facebook page where I ask people what their favorite book was. Like Rich always asks in the meeting, what's wrong with asking people what their favorite book was, what they're reading this week? And creates a great amount of engagement within members and also people in the group. And every time you share that, it goes out there, other people are looking for it too. Inspirational quotes, if you take an inspirational quote from me, you need to like or love it, and you can share it. Don't just share it just because you want to steal it from me, make a comment. But the thing is, asking a question with those, what's going to entice people to do that for yourself? And that's pretty much, I'm going to go over my, let's see how we do this here. I'm going to go over to my Facebook page now.
All right, Evan, while you're doing that, I want to chime in while you're doing that real quick. One of the things I wanted to just chime in with all the meeting leaders and say is I understand you're pressed for time. I understand. And I understand in large part, NTi meeting leaders, this is a volunteer army. I get that. But we're still an army nonetheless. Do you know, for the first time that it's happened to me, someone called me up this week and said, Rich, I typed into Google local networking and yours came up. She came on Thursday and she joined. All the social media posts that all of us are doing across the country, it's helping every single one of us. And when people join NTi, we have more relationship opportunities. When we have more relationship opportunities, we have more referrals. When we have more referrals, we have more revenue. The reason why one of the things that Evan's talking about here is so important is because you guys don't even have to do it. Evan's putting great posts out there already, amazing content. And so is Ray. Ray does these little videos that he does out there. All you have to do is go and share Ray's stuff. Like, you don't even have to come up with your own stuff. They're coming up with it. It's just about you engaging. And one of the other things I want you to keep in mind is we're in the process of developing the members benefits page. Now, I know I've been talking about it for like months. I know you're probably tired of hearing me say it, but I promise you it will be here one day. And on the member benefits, the member resources page, there's going to be a page titled social media. We're going to put all kinds of groups, all kinds of posts. We're going to tag what Evan's doing. We're going to tag what Ray is doing so that all of our members, think of all of us, 700 and growing. Like, we've started to make a recovery fantastic here at Networking Today, and I'm so thankful. But imagine 7,000 of us all tagging and sharing all on social media, bombarding social media. What that will do for you, what that will do for your business, what that will do for all of our members and all of our members' businesses. I don't mean to interrupt, Ray, but this is really important stuff. And this is why I wanted Evan to take some time to do this. Evan, continue, please.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is the thing is we have a meeting today, 2:00. So today was the character. Let Networking Today help you with your reputation based on the Facebook post. That was just a statement. So the thing is, I'm not going to go through all these posts, and you can actually, and the thing is, preparing for time, you can schedule your posts so you don't have to spend a lot of time. And also remember, you're a meeting leader, so you should be able to engage people that want to take advantage of taking a step up into a meeting and helping and supporting you. So you don't have to do this all yourself. I mean, I chose to do this myself right now. But like, we have members that really we're all supporting each other by sharing the content and getting this out to other people. It's really important. And then also too, like last week I posted something on Thursdays right now. I've actually posted, who's your ideal client, or tell me this is the day I want you to give my NTi card. We had people engaging and people that were commenting and posting that were non-NTi members, because we're engaging people, non-NTi members. It's important. And if you go to the NTi page, the corporate page that you guys have, you can see that there's not a lot of likes and loves on there and comments on certain things. However, people are watching, like Rich said, they're watching you and they're seeing things. They're going to follow up. They may not, but so it's up to you to really engage in how they do it, and also have members, engage more. I have to encourage members to engage with us by asking them to like and comment on these things. But eventually they'll be always seeing it and they'll be able to, take advantage of it. I don't know. I just want to go through a couple posts. Let's see where, just on this one. Okay, so I actually started a page on Alignable, and that's something new. Alignable is really a great platform. There's over 6 million users on there, and that really a lot. It's crazy because one of the questions is, I would like to get to know you. Could you have your phone number? That's when you're engaging with someone on Alignable. It's alignable.com. So we actually put that on alignable.com, and we're going to do that as well. But just to promote the business and your Facebook page, like this is with the share, roll call and share your business below. We had 29 comments. We had 95 people looking at this. And I know we had several one-to-ones that were outside of the membership, but it's a point. To me, it doesn't matter if someone's a member. It's if you can allow people to get engaged with other people to help our members grow their business, that's what we have to do. And we give the platform. And final, if this takes a little time, but it's like as you start connecting with other members in your meeting, they can support and help you by doing certain things for you and help you out. There's a lot of stuff I can go over. I just want to go over the basics and really help you buy into the fact that this is a group. And of all else, I want to share this with you. Finally, I thought about it as I was doing this. One reason you want to have a great Facebook page because we all want to be able to connect to your meetings. And then when your meeting shines, we all want to come and see your meeting and I would love to talk in your meeting if I can, or I have you speak in our meetings. So, I just want to leave you with that and kind of finish off there. Thank you.
All right. Good job, Evan. Now I know some of you are going to have questions. Does anybody have a question before I rant about the rest of my stuff? Anybody want to ask Evan what he's doing, how he's doing it, or anything else?
Yeah, let me shut him up real fast before y'all get started. But I was going to say, Hannah, I do believe Alignable is a free app for you to use. So I've got it. I just don't use it. How stupid am I?
Now, Evan, I was distracted there for 1 minute, but I may have missed you if you said this. Some of you are on Meetup and some of you are not. Meetup has a paid version. We pay it. Corporate pays it. If you'll use it, we'll pay for it. I have some that want it. They want, Uncle Rich to pay the bill. But Rich comes up, pays the bill, and they end up not using it, and I cancel it. And then they bitch and moan because I canceled it. Here's the thing. If you're going to use it as meeting leaders to grow your network, grow your meeting and all that, we want to help you. And we'll cover the bill for you to use Meetup as well. So Evan, I don't know if you mentioned that. And what questions do you guys have for?
I actually have Meetup, and I have Meetup and I pay for it because I have other groups on it and I don't use it like I should. And Alignable, there's a free version and there's also a paid version.
Yeah.
And so
Bless you, Penny.
I'm testing. But Lynette, who has a question?
Lynette,
yeah, I was just going to chime in real quick because Evan, you're promoting my group just as much as yours, so I'm thankful for you. But I did want to just point out to everybody that it took a matter of strategic planning, if you will. So we had a social media person. He is a realtor, and his job was on Thursday to talk about who was presenting the following Wednesday, just to give you an example. And then on Monday, he would post something inspirational. So that was his job. So you may have that person, you may not have that person, and you're that person. But what that did was that got Evan thinking about what else could be done. And so Evan said, okay, here's what I want to do. I want to get on social media. I want to get on social media. And so we just started talking about it. We started at every meeting, we talked about social media and going and liking things. And it encouraged Evan, if you will, to get engaged. And he, as soon as COVID hit, he started posting every day relentlessly. And that's really, I think, that's been the game changer for our social media presence. Now, has it exploded our membership? Sadly, no, but I think it'll get there at a certain point.
Yeah, let's not forget though, those of you who are not in Michigan, you don't understand
Yeah.
what lockdown these people have been under. So
Right.
it may not have exploded you yet,
Right.
but you let COVID start to lift and I'll bet it will scream upward. And so the traction that you're getting, the engagement's happening now. The dividend may pay a little bit later, but good comments. Thank you very much. And I'm going to point out something to y'all. Those of you that are able to stay on the whole call, don't worry, we will not go long today, but I'm going to point something out and make a recommendation that I think all of you, for the sake of your own business, don't think about this just networking today. One of the things I say in every single one of my meetings is tag all your own pages. Like if you're going to go out and post, tag your own stuff as well, you know, and that sort of thing, and let it help your business as well. Anybody else have a question for Mr. Rauf? Anybody going once, going twice? All right, sold. Evan, any closing thoughts that came to your mind before we move on?
No, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. It was good.
Guys, very helpful. But here's the thing about things being helpful. It's only helpful if you use it. If you don't use it, it will not help you. Okay. I posted something.
I have one more thing.
Hold on, Lynette. I'll come right back to you. Hang on one second, please. I went into an office. I was invited into this office the other day. They had this thing hanging on the wall, and maybe you guys saw me post this and maybe you didn't see it on my page, and that's fine if you didn't. I don't care. But it says, dreams don't work unless you do. And I posted that on my page the other day, and some of you may have seen that. I'm going to say to you, you have a dream of building a business. You don't have a dream necessarily directly, maybe indirectly. You don't have, your dream is not building a 30, 40, 50, 60 member NTi meeting location. Maybe that's true. That's my dream. It doesn't have to be your dream. Your dream is to build your organization, your company, your revenue, your wealth for your family and dreams. But dreams don't work unless you do. And it's the same thought of what Evan is just shared with us here today. Evan, thank you for that. Evan's now given. It is now our responsibility to do something with it. And I hope all of us will. Lynette, floor is yours.
Oh, I was just going to say the thing that he does after each meeting is priceless, where he'll take a screenshot of everybody at the meeting, and then he'll highlight who spoke that day. And then that person can essentially share that to their own page and use that as a little advertisement. So that's really good too.
Thank you, Lynette, for chiming in. Evan?
One I want to share too, you know, that's the thing is when we have spotlight speakers, I'm encouraging the spotlight speakers to bring guests to the meeting because they're promoting themselves, right? And then after the meeting is a great time to highlight what went on in the meeting to promote more engagement with people that are saying, well, I should be coming to this meeting because, you know, so I kind of leave it up to the member who's the spotlight to invite people to the meeting. And afterwards, you know, then we actually share about how great the meeting was and people want to come in.
Evan, thank you again, man. I appreciate it so much. Guys, I want to say one thing Evan said that really stuck out to me, and maybe you heard something else that is impactful to you. But one of the things that Evan said was more engagement equals more opportunity. What is that opportunity? It's the opportunity for you to sell what you got. You help people with something. Maybe it's health and wellness like Brooke sells Neora. Maybe it's financial planning like Dan O'Deck or Connie. Maybe it's, you know, lifting and supporting women with, you know, with Penny. I don't know. I don't know what you do, but more engagement equals more opportunity. Some of you are old school. Some of you are old school and you're like, I don't know how to do it. It's confusing to me. You know what? Why don't you reach out to Evan? Why don't you ask Evan for an hour of his time? Send him a freaking send out card with some freaking brownies in it, or a gift card, and say, thank you. Here's the $25 gift card. The next restaurant that opens up in Michigan, take your lovely 2 kids and your dog and get yourself a biscuit. You know, do something nice for him. He'll spend an hour with you, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help you. And those of you where the camera's off, I don't know if you're paying attention or not. Terry Horn, Dave Jones, Angela Nelson. I don't know if you're engaging in this call or if you're just on it with your camera off. Either way is fine. I don't care. I mean, because we're having the meeting to be able to help all of us. But what Evan has shared today, and this is why I wanted him to speak, it is so good and so helpful, but it is only going to be, hey, Dave Jones, good to see you. but it is only going to be if you use it. If you do not use it or you choose not to use it, then it won't help you and it won't help any of our members. Okay, NTi believes, I want to reiterate this, we believe that there's something better than giver's gain. BNI has taught the whole world about the idea of giver's gain, and that's good. I mean, I like the concept, and you will gain if you give. I'm not saying you won't, but what I am trying to say to you is the more important thing is give to give. Give to give. When you give, just give to give. Don't give to get.
Don't keep score.
Don't keep score. Exactly. Now, there's a couple other things that I wanted to mention here. I'm recommending a book later on. You guys are going to hear this. It's called Marketing Rebellion by Mark Schaefer. You guys can go out and go to your Audible pages, add it to your library right now. Mark Schaefer, in his book, Marketing Rebellion, is genius. And one of the things he talks about in there is that people want to be a part of a group. They want to be loved. So the customer, we've known the customer was in control for years. We knew that as manufacturers of product or owners of businesses, the customer has been in control for a long time. But the customer is also in control of advertising. And people want to feel like they're cared about. They want to feel like you care about them. He said in the thing that they want to feel a part of a group. Well, what better place to feel loved? What better place to not have any Palms Report pressures? No offense to my BNI brothers and sisters. I'm getting a little preachy all of a sudden. I get my hanky out for a minute, start waving my hanky. I'm going to get preachy because I'm not trying to offend my BNI brothers and sisters, but the forced introductions, the forced leads, the forced referrals, that is a thing of the past. And at NTi, you may have noticed we don't force that stuff. People say, here's what people have said to me, Rich, if you don't track referrals, how do you know how much business has been done? Well, because people keep paying NTi every month to be a part of us. And I get testimonials from people all the time about new business they got because of NTi. One guy here in Knoxville who's been a part of NTi for almost, I think, 5 years, he reported that he is on his, listen now, chime in if you chimed out, he's on his 9th generation of referrals. What that means is he got referrals, who gave him referrals, all the way down to 9 generations down of referrals, people referring other people. But it started, and he's tracked it all at NTi, because NTi is a place where we share referrals, when we have friendships with people, when we make friendships with people. So he said in his book, Marketing Rebellion, he said, people want to be loved. They don't want to be sold. People want to be engaged. It's one of the buzzwords that Evan was just using. And they want to feel important at your meeting. This is why the last 2 meetings we've had, Brooke and I both have said, never count. Do not count. Ruben, we never count, right? Penny Burr, we never count. Look, Penny's disappeared. Her car's driving herself. Damn. She's not even, she's getting gas or something. Ain't even listening no more. I'm saying to you, we never count. The reason why we don't count is because when you count, what that suggests is that the people in the room are devalued somehow. If the meeting is big or if the meeting is small, it's either got a greater value or a lesser value. That may or may not be the truth. And when you do something like, hey, we're going to get started in just a few minutes, we're going to give it a chance for other people to show up, you devalue the people that are present. And so the way that you make people feel important, the way you make them feel loved, the way you make them feel wanted is by engaging them in your group, on your social media, and within your meeting. So you really need to get a copy of this book. I'm going to show you a copy of it so you know what we're talking about at the end the way I always do. But leaders are readers. We'll talk about that more in just a minute. Okay, a couple other things I just want to share. But Evan, Raouf, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Now, we would love to do a social media contest. Now, Evan has sent me and Brooke a document outlining the way that we could do it, but I want your feedback, okay? I've done a couple of social media contests in the past, and they almost never worked. Never worked. Maybe I did it wrong. Okay. Maybe Evan's strategy is going to be the right strategy. But we're about to launch our second quarter spring contest. Now, some of you are wondering, Rich, who won the last contest, the Give Me a Break contest? Well, we don't know that math yet.
Yesterday.
Okay. Suzanne, it just ended yesterday. We don't have the math, but I'm going to tell you what, I think Martha Harvey, meeting leader down in Nashville, she knocking the freaking cover off. We're going to have Martha Harvey speak on here about what the hell she's doing, because she is killing it.
She is not playing, y'all.
No, she's not.
She is not playing.
She's growing her meeting, doing a great job, but we're going to launch another contest. Now, somebody suggested earlier today that we call it the double mint contest. Okay. I like that. The double mint. Look, Ray, are we keeping you? Are you okay? You need a five hour, like, pick me up.
Listen, Ray was there this morning.
Ray's killing it. I know. I love you, Ray. Here's the thing. Check this out. Double mint. It might've been Ray's idea even. I don't know who came up with that idea. Stephen Ledbetter. He's our payroll guy. So he runs all of our payroll. So when y'all get money, it's from Ledbetter, Stephen Ledbetter. He said, what about double mint? So we want to double NTi, right? We want to grow. And mint, when you think of mint, you typically think of like the mint in gum or whatever, you know, the mint. But mint is also Fetty. Mint is also like, right, money. And so we kind of got to thinking, like, we could buy packs of double mint gum. We could hand it out. We could send it to our members. We could make it fun. All of our imagery, like we had the Kit Kat, Give Me a Break. We could have double mint with the focus on being, you know, doubling NTi.
It just happens to be green.
It happens to be green, which is our color. And to top all that off, it freshens your breath. So you not only double the size of your networking meeting, you not only have the color of green, you not only have more money because you have more relationships and more referrals, but your breath is just a little sweeter.
Oh, God.
That way, when you go to kiss somebody, okay, your significant other, of course, when you're kissing somebody, they'll be like, that's a very fresh kiss. Thank you for that.
Do y'all see what I work with now?
And y'all be like, that's because of my contest at NTi. And they'd be like, what? You mean your fresh breath comes from NTi? Yes, it does. We have a double mint contest going on. See what I'm saying? You see the connection here, ladies and gentlemen? It's going to be good. I like it. But we're trying to think, if we do a double mint contest, like, what are the rules? We cannot have a contest with just visitors. We can't. We have to drive membership. We need people to join NTi. If they don't join your meeting, then they're only going to be here for a month, maybe 5 weeks at the most, and they're going to be gone. They're not going to be here to help you. So if you're interested in helping us, think about the ideas. You want to throw an idea at us, you can throw it in the chat right now if it's off the top of your head. If you want to think about it, you have an idea later on, you can email me and Brooke, and we'll help you with that. Okay. But how do you track it? I'm not going to sit here. Brooke's not going to sit here and follow like, a hashtag around. We're not going to do that. So if we have a social media contest and we're tracking it to try to get social, how do we know that John Doe joined NTi from the contest and connect those dots? There's no API that allows us to track John Doe when he joined, that it links it back to the social media contest. So there's a lot of like inner workings that have to be worked out, trackability and that sort of stuff, before we can know if this can even work. All right. But I would love to have your feedback. Y'all might know something I don't know. And so share. They say you don't know what you don't know. So what don't I know that you can help with that can enlighten me and help all of us use social media better, whether it's Meetup, Alignable, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, don't care. I know for an absolute fact we are missing members on social media that would join NTi that fast, and they're not because they don't even know about us. Okay, so that's that. All right. I wanted to remind you about Thursday's training. It's the laid back training. We will not have it this Thursday, obviously. Those of you that are new, we do a training every week. 1 week, it's Tuesdays, like now. The next week, it's on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Did I say that right? Yes, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes I get confused in my time zones, but because we have people all over the place. But my point is, is that we want you to engage with us. We want you to help us by joining these trainings and letting us know what your questions are so that we can talk to you about them. We can answer your questions, whether it's Fanzuma, whatever it is. We learned some very interesting things last week from Jason and Heather Dean when they said they weren't getting their commission statements. So that helped us find a problem. We don't know the problem exists if you don't chime in and tell us. And this meeting here is more like we're disseminating information. The Thursday meeting is more we're taking information in Q&A. So I hope you'll join us if you can. Now, a couple of things. This is the book I want to recommend, and we're almost finished. This is the book I was just talking about. It's called Marketing Rebellion, the Most Human Company.
Can I interrupt you in this?
Yes.
So we were listening to this book. Okay, so Evan introduced us to somebody who's about to be a meeting leader up in Michigan. And she's like, you should read this book. So we were like, okay. So we had to go to Nashville. So while we were on our way to Nashville, we started listening to this book. And he's like, oh, and I go back to my hometown, Knoxville, Tennessee.
What'd he say?
Y'all know where we live, right?
Right.
Here in Knoxville. So I went to Facebook. I'm like, hey, who's this dude? He just happens to know the queen of networking today, Sharon Kaywood.
Okay.
So we had her connect us, and then now I'm buddies with him on Facebook. So,
and we're going to be meeting with Mark Schaefer because we think Mark would love to come and address Networking Today members, not only promote his book, but talk to us about marketing. And so we want to bring Mark. Who knew Mark was right here in our own backyard? We didn't know. We're just sitting there listening to it on the way back from a trip in Nashville, like Brooke just said. And he's like, Knoxville, Tennessee. We're like, what? Pause, rewind. What did he say? And she's already on Facebook, by the time I had rewound it. But anyway, okay. One more thing that I need to mention, two more things. I pasted a link in the chat. That link is from Dano Deck. So many of you know Dano allows us to meet here and have our meetings here at the office. And he calls it the Knoxville Incubator where we meet here. And he came in, that link is about Congress's action to stop 1099 employees. This is going to affect almost every single one of us on this call. You need to get involved. I know we don't bring politics into NTi. I know, but we're all in the business community. This isn't about politics. This is about protecting you. I'm not making a political statement for or against Biden, for or against Trump, Republicans or Democrats, conservatives or liberals. Don't care. But they're one of the bills that's trying to be passed through there right now that Dano just shared with me a few minutes ago. I've not even read it all myself, but he read it and he talks about in this bill, they're trying to really get rid of 1099 employment, and that will hurt many of us. The next thing before I go on to the next screen that I want to talk to you guys about is this. There are currently 44 members in NTi who are free, who are enjoying membership, that are not paying. We do have a free membership sign-up page, and we try our best to watch that like a hawk. But the corporate staff, myself, Brooke, Suzanne, the rest of the corporate staff, we're going to be reaching out to these members. If they're members of your group, if they're members of your meeting, please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. I don't think I've ever terminated a meeting leader at NTi. I don't want to. Like that's not my goal. I mean, we want to grow. We want to be nice. We want everybody to be friends. Our revenue model comes from paying members. We will not succeed. We will not be successful if you won't help us be successful. If you have members that are coming to your meetings, whether you are face-to-face or whether you are online, it is your responsibility as the meeting leader to either A, handle spot checking memberships yourself, which you can do in the directory, or B, assign someone that's a part of your meeting location to spot check them. So you might have a member that's been coming for 2 years. Doesn't matter. If they're not paying, then they're not a current member. And so what you need to do is spot check people, and you can do that in the directory. You pull up their name in the directory. Number one, if they're not in the directory, they are not a member.
right.
Period. Number two, or there's a problem which needs to be addressed, right? Or number two, If they are in the directory and you click on know more, you can go to the billing. All of you have a membership dashboard. You should be able to see if they are a current paying member or not. And if you cannot see that, I beg of you to let me know, because see, I get to see it all. So I don't know all of what you see or don't see. But if you cannot see who your members are, and that's a problem. If you can see who your members are, but cannot see who is paying and who is not, that's a problem. If they're not in the directory, they're not paying, and you need to ask them to join. There ain't no situation here in networking today where they get the cow for free. Okay.
Can I make a suggestion? You all that are doing online meetings, my suggestion is you have your co-host search that, because you will not have time as the meeting leader running your meeting to go back and look at that. So you need to assign that task, whether it be your co-host or if you find someone else that you think should handle the job, but definitely make sure people are in the directory. There's not been one person that we've not found in the directory.
And one of the other things that I want to share with you guys is when we made the switch to the new system, some members were not able to update their credit card. So I'm not grabbing rocks and throwing them at these people. I hope I'm not conveying a bad message. That's why I want to change my tone a little bit and make sure you know that it's high. It might be likely, it could be likely that there was just an accident, but it is our responsibility as meeting leaders to make sure that our members are paying. And some people, believe it or not, we live in a world that is corrupt. Human beings are corrupt people. And we try to game the system, whatever system we can game. And there are people that try to game NTi the same way. And it's our job to police that. I can't be at all of your meetings, but we're going to be reaching out to all 44 members and asking them to pay. And so if they call you or text you or email you, oh, what the hell's wrong with Rich DeForest? We're being very polite. We're going to take the position that it was an accident, an oversight, something with the new system. We apologize. Can we get you caught up? That's going to be the tone. It's going to be soft. It's not going to be hard and aggressive at all. But if you get a call from a member, text, email, whatever, and they are complaining about their membership, well, I don't know why they're complaining. They should be wanting to pay anyway. And then they've been getting the freaking milk for free for however long they've been a member and not paying. So they should be delighted with the situation and delighted to pay if they want to be a part. The only other thing I will say about this is if they're not willing to pay, you guys all know that there are free groups out there. Remember one thing, NTi is not, and I repeat, we are not competing with free groups. If you have that in your brain, you need to check it at the door. You really do. We're not competing with BNI. Listen, you ever heard this expression? Price is only a concern in the absence of value. Write that freaking down for your own business. If you are not delivering value, they're not willing to deliver a price. The only time anyone ever questions a price about anything is when it comes down to the value of that object. Tell the young man who's googly-eyed, fallen in love for his woman, when he goes and drops $10,000 on that diamond, was it the little tiny diamond that he paid $10,000 for and slipped it on her hand? Was that the value, the true value of that? I dare say no, my dear friends. I say the value of that ring is significantly more valuable than the $10,000 he put down on that ring. Most of y'all, the men on this call, they're like $10,000 for a ring. And the women are like, my man gave me like a $500 ring. Like what? I get that. I feel you. I know what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say, you guys, I think understand the message. If NTi is valuable to them, they will pay it. They will also go to the free group and network. They will also go over, tell me I'm wrong. They'll pay networking today and complain about the $300 and the next week go pay $1,000 to join BNI. Don't be fooled. Our price value point is second to no one. NTi delivers a tremendous value if you're running your meetings the way we advise you to run your meetings. You are delivering tremendous value. Never sell yourself short. Ask those members to pay. They will be, mark my words, ladies and gentlemen, mark my words, they will be better members when you make them pay than when you're letting them get it for free. Okay, that's all I had today. I want to remind you, mark your calendars. March 16th is the next call. You need to be on it. We're going to be covering the new contest, new details of the contest. You need to mark your calendar and get on the call. And if you see other meeting leaders aren't here, you need to reach out to them. If you know them or you're an area director, you need to reach out to them and say, be on the next call. We're announcing the contest. Now, of course, as always, I thank you so much. We understand we would not have members if we didn't have meeting leaders. We understand that clearly. So we love you. We thank you. You are important to us. And we know we could not be running such a wonderful organization without the most wonderful people on earth. You make it wonderful. It's you, it's me, it's us, it's our members that make NTi what it is. NTi doesn't manufacture a car. We don't have a secret recipe chicken. Okay, what we have is each other. The value we bring is each other. And I love you and thank God for you.